This is shaping up to be one of the bigger weeks for WWE 2K25 going into the release. We got the roster reveal here today, and there's a lot of other stuff going on, including an interview with Brian Williams from myself and other content creators later on this week. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment if you guys do enjoy the content, because we are on our way to 15,000 subscribers. Now, with that all said, let's go on ahead and get into this roster reveal and see who was added. This roster reveal wasn't as eventful as I thought it could be. I thought we were going to get entrances and gameplay and all types of stuff, but nah. All we got was an 8-minute video showcasing a bunch of superstar cards. But nonetheless, let's talk about those released superstars that you guys thought weren't going to make the game. I saw them. They made the game. I even saw Indy Hartwell in there, and Indy was released a pretty long time ago or wasn't re-signed, whatever the case may be with her. So Indy is in WWE 2K25. I've seen the Authors of Pain in there, who I saw a lot of people were excited about. And then I also seen Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. So there's a lot of released wrestlers that did make the game, especially the last batch of wrestlers that were just released from the WWE. Now, I do think that this is a cool thing because this is potentially the last time that we'll see a lot of these wrestlers in this game. Elektra Lopez, somebody else who's making her debut in this game, and now potentially her last as well. So it is tough, but I definitely see, why a lot of people were worried. But no, nothing to be worried about. We got the released superstars that we wanted in this game, but we also seen some legends. I seen a lot of Samoans. 3-minute warning is in the game. I seen Haku. I seen a bunch of wrestlers in there that we haven't seen in the game, and the DLC from last year, they're in there this year. So a lot of people, so we did not lose anybody from WWE 2K24 last year. So that is something else to keep in mind as well. Personally, I'm super excited about WWE 2K25, especially with the roster. I've done seen a bunch of NXT stars that I'm super excited about. Obafemi, Lash Legend, Jakara Jackson. I seen a bunch of stuff. Eddie Thorpe in there as well. I seen Charlie Dempsey. I mean, they cooking with the NXT roster, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in this video with how big it is and what we can expect with DLC. But thus far, the additions that they added to this game, I'm excited to see it with the gameplay, the freedom that we're going to have around the arenas with the barricades and all that. I personally think that, man, this is going to be one of the better WWE games that we've seen in a while, especially with this roster. They did not lie, and they didn't show any variants in there. Undertaker from 2000 or Undertaker from 1990s. We ain't getting none of that in this roster reveal. It was just straight characters, wrestlers that we were supposed to see in this year's game. But yeah, man, I think that 2K is doing a very good job with getting these wrestlers in the game. I'm glad Obafemi is not DLC. That was one of my biggest worries, and I'm glad that a lot of these wrestlers that I saw in there weren't DLC. Now, it does make me wonder who's going to be DLC. We didn't see Victoria, Jacqueline. We didn't see any of those in there that signed legend deals over the summer. So if I had to assume, we're probably going to get them somewhere, post-launch. Nonetheless, though, man, I think that this is a huge deal for WWE 2K25, and I think that this is one of the better rosters that we've seen. It's very up to date compared to last year's roster. In last year's roster, we missed out on a lot of NXT wrestlers, NXT talent. This year, it seems like they doubled down on that, and we got a whole lot of NXT talent. So I'm super excited to see where that'll take us. Before we dive deeper into this video, make sure you guys go on ahead and follow me on X, because I am giving away a copy of WWE 2K25 over there as well. So make sure y'all go and do that. Link will be down below. Now that we've seen who was added, I am super excited to get my hands on this game, man. Like, I cannot wait. And a lot of these wrestlers I've been waiting on. NXT, it looks like the NXT roster is just insanely huge at this point, and it's making its way onto the game, and I think I'm really excited for that. I've always said, man, I'm not really a Legends guy. I like to play Universe mode a lot. I like to book a lot of the current era. You could take out all the Legends, man, and just leave me with NXT superstars, and I'll be all right. But I know that's like an opinion that a lot of people don't agree with, but that's just because of the way that I play the game. I don't really care that much for Legends. But let's talk about DLC, man. Let's talk about the TNA DLC. Let's talk about a celebrity DLC, right? TNA DLC, I think that it is likely to happen. Now that we've seen the actual roster and what it looks like, now it's time we talk about, okay, where can we see some DLC? It'll probably be teased at some point this week, but a TNA DLC, I'm not throwing it out the window, man. Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace, who is now with WWE, but she's been with TNA at least during that tenure where, TNA and WWE were working with each other at that time. Jordan Grace is somebody who I would like to see. The Hardy Boys. There are a lot of wrestlers that I would personally like to see from that TNA DLC pack. Is it something that's probably hard to work on and something that's hard to get? Probably based on revenue splits and things like that. But at the end of the day, as a gamer, as a content creator, that's none of my business. Just get it done. So that's definitely one that I would like to see. Now, a celebrity pack. As we know, WWE is enjoying working with content creators. We've seen Speed, we've seen Kai, we've seen a couple other content creators as well, and some rappers. We've seen 2 Chainz in the crowd. We've seen Travis Scott. We've seen a lot of celebrities working with WWE, and I honestly think that they're gonna make something happen with that. We got the Pat McAfee pack last year, and honestly, I would probably be a little bit upset at a pack of rappers and celebrities just because it's kind of like, why? I think that it would be a little bit more acceptable to the game and the community if it's, you know, celebrities and things that everybody kind of knows. I don't know, man. The Pat McAfee pack really left a bad taste for me, but I am kind of excited to see if they do a celebrity pack. But that's one that I'm personally, if I had to choose if it would be in the game or not, I would obviously say no to it. But it seems like 2K and WWE, they want to do some mainstream stuff. So honestly, I wouldn't put it past them to go out and do something like this. I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Scott was the executive producer for the soundtracks of the game and he was put in the game. I really think Travis Scott is somebody who will be in WWE 2K25 one way or another. I just don't see how he wouldn't be in the game. It seems like 2K knows what they're doing, man, especially with the roster and everything. This roster has over 300 wrestlers. Super exciting to see what they have. Obafemi is somebody I'm really excited for to see in this game, and I'm really excited to, you know, just really get my hands on everybody. I think that the bigger the roster, the better the game is going to be, the experience will be, especially when we have wrestlers that, you know, we're seeing on TV every week, man. I think that was one of my pet peeves in the past years, is that a lot of these wrestlers from NXT, you know, they deserve to have a character in the game, but sometimes they get overlooked, and it looks like this year they're doing much better, especially with somebody like Kalani Jordan, who I honestly didn't know if she was going to have an in-game character or not. She does, and she looks great. They did a great job with her. They scanned her, whatever they did. I love it personally. So again, I think that right now we are on the good side when it comes down to the roster. Maybe not with the island and all that stuff that you guys are not fans of, but I think that right now we are doing very, very well with what I've seen so far with WWE 2K25's roster. So if you guys did enjoy, let me know down below. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys did enjoy this video, I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.